The eyes of the world are still glued to the Middle East, and to talk about the update on the conflict is Yulia Rachinsky. She's the Deputy Consul General of the Consulate General of Israel in Los Angeles. Thank you for doing this with us.
My pleasure to be here.
I'd like to start with the ceasefire and what you've heard from the people of Israel. Are you hopeful that this ceasefire is going to maintain, and do you believe it's going to stay in place?
Well, for us, I think the ceasefire is a good thing for everybody. And most and foremost, it's a good thing for the stability in the region. So Israel started the operation in Iran with several proclaimed goals. And I think we were very clear on that. First is, of course, to eliminate the Iranian nuclear program. And the second one is to eliminate the Iranian ballistic missiles arsenal. And we were clear on that once we achieve our targets and our goals, we will finish the operation. We don't have any more interest in fighting for the sake of fighting.
I know that the Prime Minister had spoken directly to the Iranian people about wanting freedom, and that the conflict is not with the Iranian people, but with the regime that is trying to destroy Israel. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, definitely. We said from the very beginning that our conflict is not with the Persian people, not with the Iranian people. You know, prior to the Islamic Revolution in 1979, we had a diplomatic presence in Tehran. We had great connections. Tourists from Israel were visiting Iran, and vice versa. So definitely we didn't have anything to fight about with the Iranian people. As you probably know, we have a large Persian Jewish community in Israel, and they have a Jewish community in Iran as well. So we are also taking care of the interests of those communities. And as I said, we had very clear goals for this operation, which did not include Iranian people or any change of the regime.
What are the spirits and the condition of the Israeli people after the conflict and some of those bombs making contact in some of your cities? How are the Israeli people?
Well, it was difficult for us. You know, Iran actually launched 550 missiles to Israel and 1,000 drones, and you can add it to previous rounds of attack in April and in October, and you get a very high number of missiles launched at civilian targets. And unfortunately, 28 people were killed during these attacks, and 1,470 were injured. Among them, we have severely injured people. Moreover, 15,000 houses were destroyed. So you can imagine that now our country will need to face with evacuation of all the people, and we need to find places to put them in the meantime. So I think it's a very big damage to our population that we will have to face with the consequences now.
The relationship with Israel and other Arab nations in the region seems to be potentially very, very good, if not already very, very good. Is a ceasefire with Iran and a peace agreement possibly down the road, is that the key to peace in the entire region?
Well, I think, again, the stabilization of the region is one of the major interests of everybody, including Israel, our Arab moderate states. And we are very hopeful that once the Iranian issue will be solved, and we hope that this operation maybe put us a little bit closer to solving this problem of Iranian threat to the whole region, we will be able to proceed with the Abraham Accords and probably add additional countries to the Abraham Accords. I think it will serve the interests of everybody.
I also want to be mindful of Gaza and what happened, and that there are still hostages that are being kept by Hamas. Can you give us an update? Is there any negotiation for the finally the release of all the hostages?
Well, we have never stopped fighting in Gaza, and even though we had our focus on Iran during the last 12 days, but probably you saw that our IDF, they were able to bring back home 3 bodies of hostages who were killed on October 7th. And we had only yesterday, we had a very tragic event where we lost 7 of our soldiers also in Gaza. So we have our forces there. We still have 50 hostages held by Hamas in Gaza. The negotiations are still ongoing. it's now it's up to the leadership of Hamas, because we insist on releasing our hostages, and I think the U.S. administration is with us on that, supports us on that. So we are very hopeful that maybe seeing what is happening in Iran and in other countries in the region will also bring to the end our war in Gaza and bring our people back home.
Yulia, thank you so much for your time. My prayers and our prayers are with the people of Israel, and we thank you for the update.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
We'll be back. Coming up.